Yeah, I love the bridging of those 2 questions, and I would say, well, one of the main things that the biggest challenge of community is how to resolve conflict. So just like you, you say, most of your students just say what's on the test and don't challenge so much. Most of the time when I'm working with groups of people, things go well and they're beautiful and they're easy. And that's great. I love it when things go well. But what happens when conflict arises? How do we resolve conflict? And I think this is the biggest challenge that human beings have day to day in their relationships in their world. And if we want to build an organization that's really, including all our experiences and feelings, we're going to have to learn both how to get comfortable with conflict, but have a meaningful way to resolve it in a way that the organism actually gets more intelligent. And what I see, especially in spiritual communities, that they are either organized to avoid conflict, which is really understandable. So, for example, if you go to a meditation retreat, no one looks at each other and no one talks to each other, and the teacher is the only one who talks. Wow, you've really simplified the process in a way. You've taken any possibility for conflict to arise. I mean, still conflict somehow arise out of that anyways, but you've really minimized it through the practice itself. When you get a bunch of people together and then you say, let's all share our feelings and opinions with each other, you're maximizing the opportunity for conflict. People say things all the time that, you know, that trigger people or that are misunderstood or that are outright challenging and harmful in some way. What do you do about that? So having some framework that helps people acknowledge conflict and be able to mediate it is really an essential part of the process. And so often in groups that I've been in or that I teach, the group's going along great, and then suddenly something happens. It could be triggered by something someone says. It could be very simple. And all of a sudden the group breaks down and you can feel it. You can see it definitely in how people behave, but you can feel it. And working through these sort of ruptures and creating repair is a really essential human skill. I mean, this is what we're doing in our in our families and in our world all the time. And again, if you look at the internet or you see what's happening politically, we have huge challenges in how we move through conflict as a large scale organizations. And I think in the past, our strong social rules really helped mitigate this as well, just like a meditation retreat. But those rules are breaking down. People are actively breaking them down or don't want them anymore. And so what are the traffic laws? If you don't have such clear societal rules about who gets to do what when, how do you govern or how do you create a world where everyone gets a say and there's a true openness? And, there's a lot of resentment about the way things have been. So you have to have a really strict or a really clear model to help people to work through these conflict. And one of the main points of this is people need to be able to differentiate between the past and the present. People need to be able to know when the past is activated in them and then when they're actually reacting to the present.